Remember that time you ate downright wacky food in Disney World?
Today, we are talking about weird food. That's a lot of canteens, y'all.
That's a symbol. If it says canteen or cantina, it's probably weird.
I'm pretty sure we can't talk about weird food without talking about Oga's Cantina.
Oga's Cantina is the lounge/bar/cantina offering in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Disney's Hollywood Studios.
It's loosely based off the Mos Eisley Cantina in the first Star Wars movie, where kind of the locals of Batuu go for their libations.
Bars with some limited food offerings. And from what I understand, those limited food offerings are bad.
We don't go to Oga's Cantina to eat.
One of the snacks is called the Rhodanian ration, which is basically a Jell-O shot. You can have it alcoholic or non-alcoholic.
I did not know that I would be taking Jell-O shots after college. It unlocks some core memories for me.
Jell-O shots count as food?
No.
So if you consider Jell-O food, which probably only Quincy does.
Jell-O is definitely food. I mean, like, they give it to you in the hospital, right? And those are doctors, so it's gotta be food.
Quincy's the only person in the entire universe I've ever met that just eats Jell-O as an adult when she's not sick.
I mean, it's not a drink. Jell-O isn't a drink. So everybody, if anybody here is saying Jell-O is not a food, I wanna know. Then what is it?
Jell-O is just a liquid that has had gelatin introduced to it to make it be more solid. It's still a liquid.
That's what I thought.
A charcuterie board is offensive. I consider myself a charcuterie board connoisseur. And this hurts my eyes and my mouth and my soul and my tummy.
It's like if you went and got charcuterie at a truck stop on your way to Vegas, this would be it.
I mean, this is like basically from the trash compactor, just thrown onto a plate.
It is like $25, and it is what they think is space food, but apparently space food is pork rinds and already strung bits of string cheese.
I don't know what kind of alien being is back there shredding my string cheese for me, holding it too long with their space fingers.
Why can't we just like put regular meats on it? Like a nice charcuterie board. Are there no fancy charcuterie boards in space? Is that what we are to believe?
I think I would bring cheeseburger pods from Pandora and put them on my space charcuterie board, because theoretically they're just a bunch of different galaxies out there, and like in my space charcuterie board, it can come from any space location. So it can come from Pandora. So I'm putting cheeseburger pods on there.
Probably Jell-O.
We looked at the Imagineers offices, the Skipper's offices, but there's the office of Dr. Albert. Falls. It is his daughter. She takes over. This is so cool.
Skipper Canteen is a great restaurant. Why are we talking about Skipper Canteen for weird food?
Skipper Canteen is a full-service restaurant in Adventureland, and it is themed to the Jungle Cruise. So your servers are skippers, and it falls into the lore of SEA and the backstory of the Jungle Cruise.
Theming in here, it is super immersive, and everything from the menu to the atmosphere tells a story.
Cool, like jungly looking stuff and fake books, because I tried to read one of the books and they won't come out of the, because people will steal them.
Probably my favorite table service in Magic Kingdom.
I get really great vegan things. There's 2 vegan entrees on the menu at Skipper Canteen. As I say that, I hear people going, well, that's why it's weird.
We have a chicken skewer with like a sweet chili glaze. There's a sustainable fish. You have short ribs, steak. I know there's a fried rice that you can get as well.
Everything kind of has like a little bit of an exotic, adventurous twist. And by that, I mean it's not just plain American food. I've had a lot of good stuff on the menu. They always do a great soup.
Yeah, the lost and found soup.
What do you mean lost and found? Okay? Did somebody else have this soup before? Was it lost and you found it and now you're giving it to me?
Which says, chef's seasonal soup prepared with the freshest unclaimed cargo.
What is that, boots? Sports equipment? What are you making soup out of over there? Tell us the truth. We want to know.
If I crashed in the jungle, I would just accept that I'm going to die. Unless help came immediately.
First of all, I would hope I'd have some kind of weapon on me, preferably a bow and arrow. You may not know this about me, and how would you? I, at one time, was credited by the United States Archery Association as an archery instructor because I taught it at a summer camp. So I'm not great, but I do know how to use a bow and arrow. So I feel like if I had a bow and arrow available, I would try and hunt something.
I would go looking for all of the beautiful plants that I could consume.
I would rather take my bets hunting or fishing than betting on that this berry won't kill me.
So I can't promise you that we will live after I eat the meal that I prepare.
I'm gonna make I'm assuming that like we're all together on the boat in this scenario. I'm gonna hope someone else eats the berries first.
But I will promise you, we will have the most delicious last meal that you can imagine, okay?
Hi, Mickey. Hi, Minnie.
Tiffins, what is going on here? Why are we talking about these amazing restaurants calling them weird?
So Tiffins is connected to Nomad Lounge,
Which actually has a decent churro, y'all, in Disney World.
and it is located at Animal Kingdom on right before the bridge that will get you over to Pandora.
It is like going into an art museum and a restaurant all at once. They have hand-carved totem poles from Bali that used to be at Camp Mini Mickey. They preserved them and put them inside the restaurant. They've got all this beautiful artwork on the wall. They've got luminaries on the wall of different animals. When you leave your meal, they give you a sketch by Joe Rohde. It is a very beautiful and intricate experience. And the food is beautiful and intricate as well.
You can eat a lot of African-inspired dishes here, which are really, really nice. It's certainly not something that I would anticipate you could get in a theme park. Maybe in a resort, like the Animal Kingdom Lodge, that you could find that food, but the fact that it exists in the theme park is very cool.
Well, I guess some people would say that the whole fish at Tiffins is the weirdest thing you can get there.
Because it's literally a whole fried fish. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's got this crispy skin on it. You do have to watch out for the bones. That's the thing I don't like about it.
I have to tell you, after you get past the fact that it's still looking at you, the food itself is very flaky. The fish is flaky and buttery. If you're not a fish eater, I can understand why you would not want to eat that. But I think aside from the fact that you just need to be a little bit more aware of the fact that there are bones in a fish, they're itty bitty, and you have to pay attention to those, it tastes pretty good.
I've never had this sustainable fish, and I likely never will. I'm not a big fish fan to begin with. I really don't want to see and know my fish. I don't want to know my meal.
Sounds like a good idea to me. Not weird at all. Enjoy your fish.
They do have octopus here, and now this is where octopus is done very well. It's grilled, it's got this beautiful Romanesco sauce on it. It's served hot as opposed to other octopus I've consumed in Disney World, and it's very good.
The charred octopus tentacles are really, really good.
My daughter is 8 and she loves octopus. People are always very surprised by that, but it's a very mild and delicious, chewy, shellfish type moment.
I personally would rather eat at Tiffins because I can order the North African spiced tofu, whereas at Nomad Lounge they're offering our Impossible sliders, which are so good, by the way.
I love lounge dining. I've been to Nomad Lounge many times, so I guess the answer is Nomad because I've chosen to do Nomad a lot.
Because you get the majority of the same menu items, or at least you can have, there's some crossover of menu there. And I'm more of a light bites person anyway, and that's where I'd rather be eating.
I would rather go sit at the Nomad Lounge because I like sitting outside with that beautiful patio and your characters riding by on the boats, and the cocktails are great at Nomad Lounge.
Getting a tempting tigress? Eating on some bomb wings or shrimp and grits? Where's RJ? Is he on Flights of Passage? Is he on Dinosaur? No. RJ's at the Nomad Lounge with his hat on, getting his best life. And guess what, baby? There's a seat just for you. Let's do it.
Popped in quick just to show y'all what the inside looks like. I like to sit outside. Satu'li Canteen is very popular and for good reason, so definitely recommend eating off-peak lunch if you can.
Satu'li Canteen is the quick service restaurant located in Pandora, World of Avatar, in Animal Kingdom. And it is
a national treasure. that I would chain myself to should they say they're ever gonna close it.
My favorite restaurant on this list.
The vibes are immaculate and the food is so delicious. I just love it so much.
I love all these.
It is themed after basically used to be a mess hall, and now it is a place for all of the eco-tourists visiting Pandora to come and eat.
It's a whole lot cheaper than all these other ones. Olga's Cantina isn't even like a full restaurant, it's a lounge, and it's expensive. The other two are nicer table service restaurants, they're pricey. Satu'li, expensive, of course, you're still eating Disney food, but way cheaper than any of the other options. So I go to Satu'li a lot because it's accessible.
I think there's a lot of what many theme park goers would consider healthier options that are at Satu'li Canteen.
The bulk of their menu are these very delicious customizable bowls where you pick your base from like noodles or rice or lettuce, you pick a protein, and then you pick your sauce on top. So you can really mix and match and create whatever your heart's desire.
I always get the chili spiced crispy fried tofu bowl with the base of the potatoes, the sweet and the regular potatoes cubed, and then the tofu's cubed. So I call it the bowl of cubes. Literally everything on your plate is cubes except for the little round boba balls.
I have never had tofu that good. Satu'li Canteen's tofu is so good that I get it over their beautifully prepared red beef. What?
But my favorite thing to eat at Satu'li Canteen and in probably Disney World, well, maybe not, that's aggressive to say it's my favorite thing in Disney World. It's up there. Cheeseburger pods.
Don't get Molly started on cheeseburger pods.
They're like a little bao bun with a Big Mac shoved inside.
I assume Molly's already talking about cheeseburger pods.
Get the garlic and herb creamy dressing. It's like their version of ranch. Dunk it in there.
I'll have you know, I didn't even write questions about cheeseburger pods.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I can almost guarantee that Molly's talking about cheeseburger pods right now.
I love them.
I used to have a veggie one that was like curried vegetables. That was like my favorite thing ever, and they don't make it anymore. If there's someone who I can email about this, I'm willing to help with a Kickstarter.
No, I don't think Satu'li Canteen is an accurate depiction of what people on Pandora would eat.
I'm gonna say it's a really nice sort of representation of what might be cooked on Pandora, but using our ingredients for that.
We're on Pandora! What did Pandora do as the Navi do?
I've really never thought too much about what the people of Pandora would eat. But I guess so. I mean, I think they seem like lean and healthy, and as far as Disney World meals goes, this is one of the healthier ones you can get, so.
Is there a scene where the Navi eat, and what do they eat?
I think the Navi hunt and kill those like space jaguars and space horses that you see on Navi River Journey, and they eat those and glowy frogs and glowy flowers.
Am I right? He gets it. You get it.
Overall, I love these restaurants we talked about today. These are not weird places. If these are places that have something on the menu that make you a little nervous, I urge you to step out of your comfort zone and give one of these places a try on your next vacation.
Going and kind of exploring other cultures and palates and flavors is a really important thing to do. So if this is a video that introduces these sorts of ideas to you and you just want to go see it for the sake of seeing it, I think that's great, and I think that you should do that. I think that you should kind of explore your palate, because it's neat that Disney's bringing these opportunities to you.
I think it's awesome that Disney has some more adventurous options. I think it's awesome that Disney has some options that aren't so like America-centric, and that we get to try some different cuisines or some fusion cuisines, just really creative things that come out of the chefs. Just maybe not that space charcuterie. Maybe not. I'm gonna try to sip my soup and see if it comes out. It is not. I was nervous that I didn't get the miso soup to water ratio correct because I'm running low on my miso soup concentrate, but it appears that I did get it right. Those are some pretty interesting restaurants. Now you can go watch our RTT where we talk about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. See you there.